our race winner, Shane van Gisbergen. Shane, congratulations on your win, a sweep for the weekend. When you got out of the car, you said, "I love this place." What means so much to you about being here in Chicago?
Yeah, epic weekend for us. I'm a lucky guy. I got to drive for two great teams in JR Motorsports and Trackhouse, and it just made my job easy. You know, we had great preparation, and my cars all weekend were excellent. And then today, you know, the strategy was a bit back and forth. I was probably a bit conservative at the start, and you know, not aggressive enough. But yeah, our pace was good, and then just believing in Steven, he did a great job on painting the picture on strategy again. And you know, even though we were a little bit out of sync, it was going to work out for the better. And yeah, had some really great battles at the end. The guys at the end I felt were really, really strong, but we probably had a tyre advantage. So yeah, cool to win here again. I've had a great run at this place, and I really enjoy it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and open for questions. I know we have several for Shane. We're going to start up front here with Jeff, and then we'll work our way back to Dalton.
You had to go to the care center yesterday when you got overheated. Did you feel 100% today? What was your energy level like?
Yeah, I was good today. This is my third Red Bull of the day. But just yesterday, I cooked. I don't do well in the heat, you know, and then it went wrong yesterday with the cool suit failing, and just, you know, it failed from the start. It never got going. And then in stage 3, I managed to get the water flowing, but it didn't cool down. So my body temp was just screaming. So yeah, once I got some aircon and just cooled down, and yeah, like I felt pretty good last night after a lot of fluids. Woke up this morning and just kept drinking as much as I could, and you know, I'm not perfect, but I was really good in the car, and again now I'm hot, but I felt really good the whole race.
All right, Dalton, go ahead.
Hey Shane, Dalton Hub was a fun stretch in the back over here. You are now, in just 2 years, now the most winningest foreign-born driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. When you hear that, what is your reaction, especially when you take into account all the names from other venues of motorsport that have come here and tried this type of racing?
Yeah, that's a very special stat. You know, that's why I'm here, I guess. You know, Justin took a massive chance on me to bring me over, and as I've said many times, these races are like a holiday to me. You know, it's the road, the ovals where I'm really focused and getting better and better, and I come here and there's no stress. You know, that people probably think there's more stress and expectation on us, but I kind of just get excited by it and love driving. And you know, it's the ovals where I know I'm getting better, and I'm not stressed about it and I'm not forcing it, but I love trying to progress and get better and better. But yeah, to be a foreigner here, there's not many of us who have broken into the sport and stayed here for too long, and pretty cool to be here, that's for sure.
All right, go ahead.
One of the things that we noticed when you spoke on how you were a bit conservative in the beginning and then you had to get in sync with Steven, we noticed what seems to be like a telepathy with your whole team, your whole entire team, everybody with Steven. I want you to speak more to that because we saw how things went in Mexico. We see how things went in Chicago, and as you're moving forward, let's talk about the telepathy of how y'all work together in the communicative way that you were a little conservative, then you got in sync, and it just took off from there.
Yeah, our team has been really cool to be a part of this year, the 88 guys and girls. You know, the start of the year was pretty rough for us, and, you know, we didn't do well at COTA where we thought we would, and it just, you know, we've just been getting better and better, and just the atmosphere of the guys and how focused they are, and on the grid or on the start line there after the race, seeing how much it means to everyone that's why we do it, you know, how stoked everyone was, and even having JP back who hurt himself at Pocono, just such a valuable member of our team, and you know, I know that his body's pretty beat up, and to get in there and no complaints and say he's not hurting, to do what he did on the tires there on the rear end was epic. So yeah, as a team, the 88 team, it's really cool to be a part of it.
All right, we'll come up to Bob, please.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. I don't know if you know, but on the lap before you took the white, Cody Ware was buried in the tires. I don't know if you probably haven't seen a replay or anything, but like if there was another restart, do you feel confident you would have held off Gibbs again?
I think Tyler Reddick was the one I was worried about, right? But yeah, there was a tire carcass on the exit of 6, and there was a yellow flag or blue flag they have here. And, that's when they didn't put it out for 2 laps, I figured that they were just doing everything they could to get the race finished before the lightning hold. I feel like you never know what's going to happen here with yellows, and when they left the tire carcass, I thought, okay, they're going to try and finish this race before weather affects it. And when you're in the lead like that, you're just begging for the white flag to come out and to get to it. And I came out of the last corner and just saw a heap of smoke straight ahead at turn 6, and I just held my breath until I crossed the line, really. And when I got the white flag, I came around the next couple of corners and the yellow come out, so it was a massive relief. But you never know if they're going to throw the yellow and try and have an exciting finish,
All right, any final questions? We'll come to Reed, and then we'll go right here.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. Even though he fell out later, were you worried about McDowell after he got you on the start?
Yes and no. I wasn't pushing too hard at that stage. His car was really good, but he looked like he was struggling to put it together. I kind of had his speed, but when I get close to him, I get hot. So I was kind of just managing and waiting. But I think the guys at the end were a lot faster than him. He was decent, but really the Toyotas and those drivers were really strong at the end, and they were a bit faster than him, I think. So, but it would have been interesting to see how it played out.
All right, go ahead.
Brian Sandalo, Chicago Sun-Times. 2 wins here in 3 years. How much has this track, this city, kind of changed your career?
Yeah, I've said that a few times this week. This joint, it's changed my life, I didn't have any plans to do more NASCAR races when I first came over here, and I never thought I'd be in NASCAR full time. So, it's pretty special here. Some good memories and some good races. I love the track, and it's a cool place to come to. You feel a nice vibe. You feel a good vibe in the mornings walking to the track with the fans, and it's pretty unique like that. I enjoy it. I hope it stays next year. But as the guys were saying when I arrived, I'm biased, obviously. I love street circuits, but if we go to a new place, I'm all for that as well.
All right, we'll go to Gluck right here.
I just want to clarify something you said a couple minutes ago. So you're talking about the last lap, you come out of 12, and you're looking all the way down the front stretch, and you see smoke in 6, so you're like, oh crap, that's when you're like, I just got to get to the white right now.
I shat myself when I come around the corner. I saw he mustn't have been long in the fence, and then there's just a whole bunch of smoke, and you just panic because it's different to the lap before. I think, oh shit, what's happened there? And then as soon as I got to the line, you're fine, but that 4 seconds to the line, I was in full panic mode trying to get to the line as quick as I could.
Thank you.
Just get one more. The last lap is driven under caution. What's going through your mind? What are you looking at as you're absorbing that you've won here again?
Yeah, I tried to not get caught up in it. The spotters started celebrating, and I'm just like, guys, just let's get to the line first, and I just drove around, tried not to make any mistakes, and because there's safety trucks all over the place and so much debris. So I just cruised and then celebrated when we got to the line.
All right, we'll take our final questions over here.
Hi, Victoria Beaver, Road and Track. With next week being a road course again, you have a decent possibility of tying for the most wins on the season. What does that mean as someone who's still developing on ovals to get that done just on the road courses? Yeah,
it's amazing. We've had a pretty good year on road courses so far and had glimpses of speed, but I really think we've developed our car as well. There have been some areas that we haven't been good at. We've been lacking a little bit. So, our car setup's drastically changed in the last few road courses, and it's been great trying to understand this car and be able to try stuff. And it's I'm slowly starting to understand it, but there's still some things we can be a lot better at. But try again next week, and we can just keep trying to be better. And when you're in the position now where you have that that playoff spot, you can take more risk, and it's been enjoyable, figuring this car out and getting outside the box a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Evie. I'm a student from Northwestern. How do you think your prior experience with street racing translated into success on this course?
It certainly helps. I think the first year was a big gap to the other guys. That's what I grew up doing in racing in Australia. When I moved there, most of the races were street tracks, or half of them at least. But I really feel like a lot of people are really good here at the moment. But thankfully, we've been able to keep getting better, get our cars better, and I've understood the track better. So, yeah, I guess I'm a little more comfortable with the walls on both sides of the car and just being accurate and knowing where to take risk or not. So, seems to still be my strength here, I think.
All right, and I think we had one other question. Kendall, right behind you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shane.
Thanks.
Now with 2 wins on the season, I think it's safe to say you're locked. When preparation for the round of 16 begin, knowing that there is a road course in the round of 12, leading to the possibility of a round of 8 appearance and potentially a fight for a championship?
Yeah, it's that first round's going to be very difficult. It's got one track I haven't been to, Gateway. It's got my favorite oval in it, Darlington. I love that place. And then Bristol, which is what I've found the most difficult track. Like, I feel like I may as well be driving the other way there. It's so hard. So it's some pretty difficult places for me. But yeah, I feel like we're making still massive leaps on the oval, and there's still a few weeks left to keep getting better. So yeah, just got to keep our heads down and try and keep pushing through.
All right, Shane, congratulations again on the win, and we wish you the best of luck next week in Sonoma.
Thank you.
All right.